Hey guys, we're here at the Pink Square Circle. We'll talk about why Giulia is the new women's NXT champion. We'll talk about reasons why Giulia really won the NXT championship. So the likes of us, we come to the Pink Square Circle. We know Giulia is the brand new NXT women's champion, defeating Roxanne Perez at NXT New Year's Evil. She is finally overcame the barrier. She's the new champion. It was gracious match that her and Roxanne put on a great performance. She did her thing. She got Roxanne with the Northern Lights. 1, 2, 3, brand new champion. Now, we're going to talk about why Giulia is the new women's champion. We have to remember Giulia, they have been pushing her since she first was seen in the WWE arena back at NXT Stand and Deliver, where she was shown in the crowd when we saw her for the very first time. Ever since then, she made her appearance at NXT No Mercy. She first challenged Roxanne for an NXT Women's Championship that we did see at the October 1st edition, which she did not win. But however, Giulia kept grinding, kept putting the work, kept putting on great matches, and she will eventually get a rematch at NXT New Year's Evil, which she did defeat Roxanne for the championship, ending Roxanne's run for, I believe, 226 or 224 days. However, the run was when Roxanne won the title back at NXT Stand Deliver. Now that Giulia is the champion, thing about it is Giulia, she has a great background. She's been wrestling for, I believe, 8 years now. She has a very good, strong style background. She has a good style. She is very technical in the ring. And also, Giulia could talk very well on the mic. Now, we know that with the history of female Japanese wrestlers, that they don't have the best English. Some English is broken, not the strongest suit they have as a wrestler. However, with Giulia, she is, from what I've read, she's half Italian, half Japanese. So she has very good English as we hear. She's not like other Japanese wrestlers, like we could say, for example, maybe Kairi Sane and others. Now, I know Asuka and Io Sky have good English, but she has good English as well, maybe a little bit better than most. But now that Giulia is the champion, she has it all. She has the promo, the in-ring skill, everything. And I believe she will be the catalyst to run the NXT women's division now that she holds the championship. Now, I said this before, she could be similar to the modern day Asuka, when Asuka was undefeated and had a very good run with the NXT Women's Championship until she vacated it. But she's not going to be undefeated because unfortunately, Giulia's been defeated already by Roxanne at the October 1st edition of that match for the NXT Women's title due to interference with Cora Jade. But I will say this, Giulia will be similar to Asuka. She will be the main focus of the women's division. She will hold on to the title approximately, if I had to guess off the top of my head, maybe 6 to 12 months, if maybe longer. Because Giulia is a bright talent. She's special. She's good in the ring, and clearly the fans are behind her. The fans like her. They like her performance in the ring. She has not put on a bad performance since she's been in NXT, since she's arrived. Now, I know she hasn't been on NXT that long, and some people may say, oh, she won the title too quick. But Giulia, she has experience, and she's been doing well for herself. I mean, she has won championships in other promotions on the independent scene. I spoke about that before on this channel. But Giulia, she's good. And I believe she not only will be a great champion, she will help put on great feuds, great matches, and also elevate other women in the division, even if she does not lose to them. I can see her doing that. Not just, of course, she had 2 matches with Roxanne Perez. We have a lot of other women in the division that she can help elevate. For example, she already has, besides Roxanne, she has a long history with Stephanie Valker. She has her. She has Zarya. She has, Cora Jade, Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka. You also have other names of Lola Vice and Jada Parker as well. Those women and other women in the NXT brand, she can help elevate them and put them to a higher ranking, make them look real good to probably even be a future women's NXT champion later on. But she's going to help push this division to higher heights because we know that NXT is ushering a brand new era. We see this all around, not just NXT, but WWE. We have a brand new WWE Women's Champion in the name of Tiffany Stratton, a brand new WWE Women's World Champion in the name of Rhea Ripley, and now we have a brand new NXT Women's Champion in the name of Giulia, all happening within the same calendar week. So they definitely usher a new era. They're all the newer women that's been in NXT, they're going to be pushed as well as Giulia. They want to start a brand new thing. And you have to read between the lines. Not only is that, we do have NXT on a brand new network called the CW Network that started back in October. We definitely have new stars. We have brand new design championships. So it's a brand new era for NXT. This is not the older fans know that follow NXT from the beginning. This is not the black and gold era anymore, or even the rejuvenated black and gold era. This is the black and silver era of NXT now. That's the era we're in, and people just going to have to accept that. All the older people that were in NXT for 3-4 years, they're pretty much phased out. These are the newer people that's coming to NXT now, and also the women that have been in NXT for the past year to 2 years. These are the women that WWE is getting behind. And I love the direction NXT is going, because NXT came a long way from starting on the WWE Network, and now they went to USA Network, and now they're on the CW Network. But back to Giulia. Giulia is also going to headline many PLEs. I don't see her opening so many PLEs. She's going to headline the show. As some of them, I know Obafemi's the men's champion too, but she will share that with Obafemi. But NXT is highlighting the women's division. They definitely highlight Giulia. Giulia will also not just bring good feuds, but she's going to have a lot of eyes on her. Now, if Giulia, of course, will succeed like I know she will as NXT Women's Champion, we may not see Giulia on the NXT brand for that much longer. I could see after this title run is over that she has right now, she could make her way to the main roster to be on Raw or SmackDown weekly. That could be the case here, because if she's doing so great, NXT don't waste any time allowing their talent not only to thrive and shine, but they will let them go ahead and flourish and go to the main roster. I don't see the way Giulia's been doing it, unless she, God forbid, she gets an injury or something bad happens to her. I don't see her being on the main roster that long. Giulia can have this women's NXT title, possibly maybe the women's North American title. She's going to make her way to the main roster. They already talking about dream matches that she has dream matches of. We talk about Giulia versus Rhea Ripley, Giulia versus Charlotte Flair, Giulia versus Tiffany Stratton, Giulia versus Bayley. The list goes on and on. There's a lot of women on the main roster currently that are interested in having a match with Giulia in the future, and they can't really do that if they're going to have Giulia staying on NXT for the most part. Now, I understand that some of the main roster women can make their way to NXT like Becky Lynch has and like Charlotte Flair has in the past. But if Giulia's doing so well, a talent like that, you don't let it sit on NXT much long. You put that talent on the main roster. And like I said, always say, it all comes down to booking and making the right decision and pushing a certain wrestler or superstar. That's just how it goes. But Giulia, she's definitely making waves. This episode, NXT New Year's Evil, this was a great way for her and Roxanne to showcase their talent. Because, like I said, Roxanne's on her way to main roster more likely. Giulia won't be that far behind her. Mark my words, within the next year or so, we would talk about Giulia making her way to the main roster. And she will have to, she'll be leaving NXT because she just has a great skill in the ring. And she's only getting better. So that's the way I see it with Giulia. She's shining. And that's why she's the new NXT Women's Champion, not just because she's good in the ring, but she can continue to elevate the women's division and make it better. And that's all I have for why Giulia is the new Women's NXT Championship. why she's the brand new champion. Also, the real reason why Giulia won the NXT Women's Champion. You guys let me know what you think of Giulia becoming the brand new Women's NXT Champion. So to Vils of Papa, guys. Until then, guys, I will see you guys later.